Welcome to the Fret Friends Podcast, a guitar and music podcast here to instruct, inform, and showcase. Fret Friends is a podcast from AP Guitar, a music tuition business established in 2012, which provide lessons, workshops, and courses to students all over the world. So here's your host, Adam Picard.
Oh yes, I hope that wherever you are, that you are good, and I hope that Fret Friends is helping you so far. We are on season 2, episode 9, and I can't believe we've got this far, and I can't believe how well it's going, and lots of people seem to be listening and engaging, and it's making me very happy. So after the next episode 10, there will be a short break just whilst I get some more ideas together for season 3. I don't know what it's going to look like or what I'm going to include in it, so I just need a bit of time to figure out something that's even better. But before that, in January 2026, if you are a one-on-one student of mine, I'm going to introduce something that I've wanted to do for so long, and I've just been trying to find the right way of doing it. And I've come up with it, and I know it's going to work, and I know it's going to be brilliant. If you are a one-on-one student of mine, you can access 3 30-minute group online sessions per week. That's right. So if you have a lesson, even if you have a half an hour lesson with me, you can actually have 4 lessons in total a week. Okay, they're not lessons, they're more Q&As. So, well, not just bound to that. You can ask questions, you can share what you've been working on, you can perform to whoever's there, connect with others, or you can just listen in. But there'll be 3 available every single week, as long as you have turned up to your lesson that week, of course, and paid for it even more, of course. That is it. I explored other avenues. I thought about getting a Discord, I can't even remember the name of it, I sound so old, a Discord server, a forum type thing, or a WhatsApp group, and I thought, it's just not it. This is it, because this is actually going to help people. If you turn up to it, it means that you want something. It means that you're going to get something from it. Having a WhatsApp group in your pocket is just annoying. We're just going to end up muting it like we do with the half the ones that we're in, and that's not what we're about. So anyway, that's coming up in January. That will be beginning 3 a week. They'll be on different days, different times. Cannot wait. But for today, what I wish I learnt as a beginner, and of course why, it's quite simple really. This is not some sort of airy-fairy way of learning. Like I wish that I learned my first chord in my mind whilst breathing in through my nose and out through my mouth. It's actually something. I suppose there are 2 ways of looking at this, because I've taught many beginners. Many. There is a beginner that just wants to dive straight in and start playing, which that beginner is probably 99% of people. And then there's the way that I wish that I was taught, but I'm not saying it's for everyone. And I wish that I was taught in my first lesson, or at least very, very early on. Ready? Ready. I said, are you ready? The major scale. I wish that I was taught it. I probably didn't even learn how to play it until I've been playing for about 5 years, maybe even longer. What? Why? It's actually mad when you think about that, because everything comes from it. It's what we hear in songs, in nursery rhymes, from babies, from quite literally day one, maybe even minus day one, whilst you're still in the tummy, especially in the Western world, I should add. And it's a collection of notes and an order of notes and intervals and movements and steps that we deem as normal. It's the homely feeling. It's the safe sound. So I wish that I was taught that, as in the actual pattern on the guitar. I wish that I was taught the steps between those notes, i.e. tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. So you start on note 1, and then there's a tone between note 1 and note 2, a tone between note 2 and note 3, so on like that. Even if it was just on one string to begin with, which would probably be a bit easier for a beginner to do. And I wish that I was taught the chord type that is associated with each of those notes. So the first chord can be turned into a major chord, the second and third are minors, the fourth and fifth are majors, the sixth is a minor, and the seventh is diminished. Or at least that all you need to think about, Adam, is that 1, 4 and 5 are all major chords. That would have been fine again as a beginner. So as I'm saying this, I'm thinking of even more things. You do it on one string just so you can hear it, and then you're taught that 1, 4 and 5 are primarily, most commonly, major chords. Surely then everything would have been easier after that. I mean, I was quite young when I started, and this is probably a bit of the reason as to why I wasn't taught it, and I was taught the minor pentatonic scale reluctantly, probably after a few months. And what I do now is more of a hybrid, because I do know, and I am very aware that people want to start playing immediately. I don't want things to seem too heavy from day one, but I also want people to know what they're playing, so that the skills that they are learning for that song are not just for that one song and that one song only, but they are working on understanding how songs are written and how chords work together. So to that extent, so they are gaining more transferable skills, transferable between songs. You don't always want to learn a song as just a standalone song, is what I am saying. And learning about chord progressions, this song goes from the first chord to the fourth, and then back to the first, and then it goes to the fifth. You could also help students become inspired to write their own music, because otherwise it's just like, how do I even begin to write my own song if you don't know that? So maybe, again, I'm thinking about all this as I say this, but when I did start and I was quite young, I probably had no idea how to write a song, unless it was just moving a load of power chords together or just guessing notes. But if I knew that in the key of C major that this chord was major, this chord was major, then I could have started writing my own songs. And then there is the other argument of, if you learn too much theory, then you're never going to come up with creative songs. Well, I actually don't agree with that. So if you, listener, don't know the major scale under your hand as muscle memory, do it. Just learn it. Because I use it every single day as a tool to work out chords, intervals, songs, etc., etc. The list goes on, because everything comes from that major scale. It's as important as a tool as I'm going to sound really ignorant here, a screwdriver is to a person that needs a screwdriver, to a tradesman, as a screwdriver is to a tradesman, as a oh God, help me out, I'm talking to myself. No, that's enough of an example. So yeah, the minor pentatonic is the one that I learned, and it's all good and well, and of course I understand why it's taught very early on, especially within electric guitar, because it works very well under the hand. You can play 2 notes per string. The first note is always on the same fret, and always therefore with your first finger. You can get results from it very quickly by playing the scale over a song, and but where does that come from? The major scale. When you look at the formula of it, it's all derived from the major scale, and we don't realise that, do we? It's certain notes from it with some flattened. Anyway, so that was it. It's the major scale. The answer is the major scale. I could have longed it out a little bit further, but I don't see a point to. This is not very, very clickbaity. It's just that I want to let you know what I wish that I was taught as a beginner. I just clearly needed to get that off my chest and onto Fret Friends, and that's exactly what I've done. So we've got one more episode to go of season 2 before a break. It's an interview 2, so I cannot wait for it to be available to you all. But for now, if you would like more information on my one-on-one lessons, workshops, video courses, or the master program, please visit www.aepguitar.co.uk. And then there's links to all social media stuff on there. Instagram and TikTok is AP Guitar Guru. YouTube is AP Guitar TV. And my email is contact@apguitar.co.uk, which is the best way to inquire about lessons. So, I hope that Fret Friends has helped you, and I'll see you next time for the season finale.